Welcome to the Omnic Fallout Podcast.
And hello and welcome to the Omnic Fallout. We are your hosts, Uniedge and Nymphadora. How you doing, Nymphadora?
I'm good. Sorry for making you stop there. I was like, no, we have sound. What are you doing?
It's okay. Oh, I can hear
Oh,
I can hear myself.
you can hear yourself again?
Yeah.
Of course you can, because it
Why
doesn't like
would
me. Whatever.
Well, this is the an Overwatch podcast about things Overwatch related, Blizzard related, and whatever we feel like talking about. Get off our backs. So what all have you done this week?
I look like crap right now because I went and worked out before this, and I haven't done Pokemon Go in a while, so I was like, let's go walk around. You got to do an hour worth of cardio. Let's go walk around downtown and play Pokemon. So, yeah, I did that, and then we did Heroes. We did Hot Mess Tuesday, and then Saturday, we had our Ultra Hot Mess, which was a lot of fun. Got a lot of people joining us there. So, yeah, got some special streams planned for the future.
Fun.
Yeah, I'm really excited. We're going to try and do some good marketing stuff. My friend Barber has been helping me out to come up with ideas. So, yeah, try to get more people coming into the stream, which will benefit the podcast. All of them that I'm involved in.
I'm not sure if it's me or if it's you, but you're going in and out. Like,
it's probably because I'm not like directly over my my thing.
Well, this week I've gotten a lot of schoolwork done. I got level 200 in Overwatch, so I've got my second star now.
Me too! I hit that this weekend too!
Well, I got mine 2 weekends ago, but this is my first weekend back, so...
Yeah, we totally missed you, by the way. Totally missed you. It felt weird without you last week.
I was just, I didn't realize what day it was, and my homework was due that night, and right after this podcast, I have Mythic Progression rating, so it's like,
That's okay. Phil plays Overwatch, and he did a good job at standing in for you, so thank you again, Phil.
Thank you. Other than that, we got 6 of 10 down in Nighthold so far, normal.
Nice.
And once we finish normal tonight, we're gonna go into heroic and see what we can do. And if we can't get far in heroic, we're not gonna push it too hard. We're gonna go straight back to mythic EN, get some stuff down in mythic EN, just to see what we can get, and yeah, just try and get geared up so we can get Nighthold more on farm, Nighthold Heroic on farm, so we can get ready for Mythic when that comes out.
Nice. Very nice. Man, yeah, you guys are progressing quickly through that.
Well, the first half of it's easy, honestly. It honestly feels like Raid Finder in a certain sense, because half the abilities don't work like they do, like we thought they were going to be.
Oh.
So it's very weird. We don't know if it's a feature or if it's a glitch.
Probably a glitch. Who knows? That's interesting because we, we're a very, very casual guild, so we're still on Heroic Emerald Nightmare. And we also get a lot of new people that join us, so we have to, the core group of people, which is about between 8 and 10 people that are there regularly, really have to be able to be fine-tuned so that we can carry the new people that join us.
Yeah, I gotta move my mic real quick, just so, as I was coming in and out, I realized on my meter. my second group, which I quit 3 or 4 weeks ago because I just so much homework and I can't like do 2 rating groups and
Right.
everything on top of everything I do in the week. I just can't do it. But I gotta give them a shout out. They downed all of Heroic EN last weekend, so that was pretty cool. I was glad to see that they were finally able to push the envelope and get that done. So they're
Nice.
probably gonna be moving on to Mythic this week,
Nice. Very nice. That's awesome.
or they might just go Nighthold. I would go just Nighthold personally, but
Yeah, we don't give a crap about mythics. We're gonna move from heroic Emerald Nightmare to Nighthold once we get going on that. We're
yeah,
also slow
I
getting
would just
started
recommend
back.
going. What'd you say?
We're also slow getting started back from the new year, from the holidays and stuff. Like everybody's still slowly coming back in.
I would definitely recommend if you're a WoW rating group out there, go just straight into Nighthold. The gear's worth it. Gear's easy to get, at least for the first four normal bosses. The only one we wiped on was where we accidentally misunderstood one of the mechanics. So, hold on, my cat's being annoying.
Welcome, Kitty, to the podcast.
He's been very active lately. Like, I don't know. Normally he's chill and just like in the corner and you don't notice him for a while, but like this week he's been like haywire.
Oh, man.
Anyway, yeah,
That's cool
I mean,
though. I'll have to take that information over and be like, "Hey, by the way, guys."
at least just try to get the first 4 or 5 down. They're really easy. They're really simple. You'll have more problems with the trash than you will the bosses, most likely.
I've actually heard that from somewhere else. Somebody else
but
said that to me.
Yeah, take that with a grain of salt though, because we are Mythic group. We've been doing Mythic EN. We haven't down full of Mythic EN yet, so we're not like full Mythic progression. But
Yeah,
I mean, we still are geared. We're all 888, 880, 890. Some of us are
you're far above
895.
me in the as far as our guild, how our guild goes. Like we're sort of heroic.
Yeah. I mean, but it's still like it's a pretty tame beginning. But now, mind you, we haven't really touched upon the second half. Right now, we stopped at High Botanist, but we should be tackling High Botanist first thing tonight, and then moving straight up into the Terrace. And yeah, see what we can do there.
Cool, very cool. So you want to do a podcast?
Yeah. Not much in the Blizzard news going on, like just the general Blizzard news. There was one weird thing going on that I didn't know about until I researched it, and it's just a StarCraft thing, where it's like a contest between making StarCraft arcade maps, which is pretty interesting. They hold it every year now, it's an annual Rock the Arcade thing. So if you're a game designer out there, game developer out there, and you're wanting to like just like test the waters, I guess that's something to try. But from what I understand, it already closed submissions, so maybe next year.
Interesting. Huh. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know about it happening, but like I didn't know it until it appeared in my news feed. But apparently they do it every year now, so yeah.
That's kind of neat. Diablo World,
Couple of World.
yeah, the Diablo event
Blizny
patch.
World.
Yeah. Blizny World, man, that'd be awesome. 2.4.3 goes live, and this is the one that includes it was the big announcement at BlizzCon that included the original Diablo dungeon. And
oh no, that's been out. The original Diablo dungeon, that's been out.
That went out. It's what I saw was yesterday. It went out.
No, it's been out. I did it like a week and a half ago, in fact.
Oh.
It went out. It went live with all the rest of the Diablo events that went live. It came out like 2 days later than the other ones though, because of technical difficulties. But it was out. I've got the achievements for the butcher pet and all that good stuff.
Oh, Because this is the article I found is only a day old. So,
Well, no, it's been out, but then again, Blizzard's been doing weird things with their patches lately, where they'll release content from a patch that is not out yet. Like for instance, in WoW, 7.2 is not out yet, but but the Nighthold's out now. Like, it's very weird, and everybody that's a WoW fan knows that Nighthold is part of 7.2. The reason that it's called 7.2 is because it has a raid tier in it. You know, like every point is usually a raid tier of some sort. So
right.
it was really weird. But I mean, it happens now. I guess that's the thing. That's the first time I've seen that happen in years.
Well, I don't play Diablo, so I apologize for the late announcement. I'm reading the thing right now, and I'm like, this is so weird. It doesn't say anything about how it's actually already been out. It's talking as if it just came out.
It's just probably part of the official patch notes now, and that's why they're talking about it. But it's been out for a while.
Okay. They still haven't announced when they're gonna let the Necromancer out, so that's
probably gonna be April, I would guess.
Probably.
Like, I would not expect that, like, tomorrow. But even though it felt like it was complete at BlizzCon, but then again, we didn't see it on every level. I mean, there's a lot of balancing that goes into introducing a new character like that, so...
Oh, yeah. Nothing really for StarCraft that of note. So, Hearthstone...
I can hear myself again, by the way. I don't know why.
I don't know why you can hear yourself. That's so weird. Are you sure you don't have the thing on in the background?
The loop? No, I don't have the loop going. It's very often, like, not very often I hear myself, but from time to time I will. It's like your mic is picking up my talking.
That might be what it is.
I don't know if I'm coming in too hot or what. Anyway, sorry. We're still a new podcast. Give us a break.
Yeah, I mean, we're only at 24 episodes, and we're still trying to make this stuff work.
Yeah, this episode 25 tonight.
This all of this stuff that I'm working on, like the audio stuff, I'm completely new to. So
yeah,
it's
none of us are audio engineers by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, I do video stuff, not audio stuff for a living. So. I'm still learning. But anyway, Hearthstone, the biggest thing that came out of the Q&A were the designers are hoping to create a better communication with their fans to improve the game, because they have been getting a lot of complaints with how the cards are, because the card designs are just not good. That's like the biggest complaint, are some of the cards that they bring out are just stupid cards.
Yeah, but you know, that's with every TCG, man. Like, you can't expect every card to be the card that makes the new meta. And I think that's what a lot of people are thinking. I mean, you got to look at Magic. There's a lot of trash that comes out with Magic. Like, every update, there is so much just junk in that expansion, or whatever you want to call it. It's just the nature of the beast. You can't have a card game without fluff cards. Fluff cards are what fill your deck. You can't just, like, that's why a lot of these tournament-based card games, like, that's why they rotate cards out. If you were to have every good card from every good expansion and every good deck, then you would be completely overpowered and there'd be no beating you. That's why they've got the rule sets where they change out, like, anybody that's played TCGs understands that, and it's just something that's gonna have to happen. Is they're gonna have to rotate out more than they've been rotating out.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I only know from what because my husband is a big He plays. Sorry, I was just coughing. I was just choking like awful. I'm over here like while you're talking. Sorry about that. I had to mute myself, but
Oh, it's fine.
That's one of the biggest complaints my husband has with the game.
Yeah, I haven't been able to play Hearthstone in a while. It just got too, like, It felt like you had to spend obscene amounts of money in that game to
Yeah.
stay current, or spend your entire life in that game to stay current.
Yeah.
And I'm not all about that, man. Like, there's only one game that I've pretty much dedicated my entire life to, and that's WoW. Like,
No, I agree.
can't-
That's why I don't play Hearthstone because, I mean, one, I'm not. It takes me a minute to pick it up. Like, I'm not good at it. I can't seem to pick it up, and the cards that I have are the basic cards that they give me, and because I don't know how to play it and I don't have good cards, I'm kind of stuck.
Yeah, and I will give. I'm not going to talk negative on Hearthstone completely. I will give them one good thing. Whenever they do release a new expansion pack, they always find a new way to incorporate giving you free packs from the
Oh
set,
yeah.
which I do appreciate. That is a cool thing to do. Good to go. Like, but the only thing is like if you're not playing every day, like I still haven't completed the Whispers of the Old Gods mission. That's like how, like, I logged in to do the Diablo event just to get the Diablo card back because I was like, man, that's easy. I can just hop in, do the brawl, get out, you know?
Yeah, Hearthstone is definitely, like, you gotta really want to play Hearthstone. It is not for the casual gamer. I mean,
It is to some point. It just depends on how you want to play it.
Yeah.
If you want to really get into it, then you're not going to have a good time. At least not for the first little bit. Like, it's going to be a good while, especially now. If you're just getting into it now, it's going to be a while before you can even touch the top.
unless you go and spend, a bunch of money to get good cards.
Yeah. It's just, and in the end, it's so much RNG from the point that you get cards to the point to where you just everything about that game is just RNG, and I know that's like beating it against the wall. Everybody's heard that argument, everybody's tired of that argument, but it's so true and it's so annoying.
I wish that you had. I love that, everything is implemented. You can do it on the tablet, you can do it on your phone, you can do it on the computer. I really love that design. However, one of the things I miss are having the physical cards, because I played the Warcraft card game with my husband, and it was set up different. It was a different play style. I wish that they would give you an option to get the cards, physical cards. I think that would put a lot of cool. I think that would just put something really cool into it. Like, here is a special card. You can pay $5 to get this pack of cards and have the physical cards on you. Just because they look cool. They just look cool.
And
cool.
I can see them doing that in the future. I really can. But at this stage, it's too much of an endeavor to do that kind of thing. Also, Hearthstone's the kind of game to where you can't have a physical copy of it and play it physically. There's just too many things.
Oh, yeah. No, it would just be
from
like a piece.
Collection aspect. Yeah, I can see it. But again, the thing with TCG is the thing that sells the TCG. Cat, stop it. The thing that sells the TCG is not the collectible aspect of it so much, but the play, like people actually playing it, and to have it just in physical form, just as a collection, would be a little weird. Maybe if they implement it some way, like I don't want to see them give you the card or something like that, but like each card, or each booster pack rather, has like a set in like a code in it where you can enter a code to get a certain amount of random say whatever that dust is, arcane dust, to make new cards. Maybe that would be interesting, but again, it's one of those things where I don't even know how a real TCG would be plausible. It's just something that I don't think they'd be able to ever do.
I just think it would be really cool to have the option to be able to physically have it, and just from a collector standpoint, just because I mean the artwork for those cards are really, really gorgeous, and I would love to have some to put in like a shadow box or something to put up on the wall. Just to do that. Like, not even, I know I don't want to use it to play, but like especially the stuff from the Whispers of the Old Gods ones were really, really cool.
At BlizzCon every year, they've done like physical releases of certain cards, like not actual cards, but Like, for the first year that they announced Hearthstone, they released every playable hero as a card, and I have a full set of those somewhere.
Oh,
I
that's
even have
cool.
30. I have 40 or something thralls just laying around, like, because at the end of the at the end of the day at BlizzCon, on the last day, if you like just want to walk around and grab handfuls of collectibles, they're just like, okay, whatever.
Oh man. But yeah, back to the communication. I think it's cool. I think they cuz I don't think Hearthstone has been very good at listening to people, which is one of the things that makes Overwatch and WoW still so good, because of the fact that people listen. So I think that's cool that they're trying to do better with their communication.
I had to correct something because I was reading something in the notes coming up, and I was like, "What in the world is she talking about? 3 new months? Oh, mounts."
I totally misspelled mounts. I was typing quickly.
Oh no, it's no biggie. I was just like, "What?"
So yeah, heroes.
Did she mean a new character every 3 months?
Yeah, the biggest news coming out for Heroes is you're getting a new character, which is Valera, which I'm really excited because she's a rogue and I think she's going to be really cool. And then 3 new mounts, which is a Nimbus Cloud, which is basically a cloud. The Fell Saber,
which is like the DBZ Cloud, exactly.
Yeah. And
even
then
by name, it's called Nimbus Cloud in DBZ.
The Fell Saber, and then my personal favorite, a giant rooster. Come on, Blizzard. Come on.
Which, if you haven't heard, have you heard about the rooster mount yet?
That it's going to be a golden. It's the lunar rooster base. It's the lunar rooster.
Yeah, but have you heard about what it's going to be though?
Isn't it going to talk or something like that?
No, it's going to be free for everybody.
Oh, it's going to be free for everybody. Gets a free cock.
Yeah, everyone gets a free cock.
I went there.
Free cock for everybody.
Blizzard opened it up for me. I had to say it.
You must be 18 or older to ride this ride.
Okay, all right, yeah. So, Heroes has some fun stuff coming out. Moving on. Oh, the jokes.
Yeah, so there's that coming out. WoW. I don't really want to get into this controversy because it's been beaten to death in the WoW community right now. Every, and I mean every WoW YouTuber, every WoW streamer, every WoW, everything, anything Blizzard related has been talking about this. Nostralis backed out of their deal of
with the legacy server.
Letting people take their legacy codes, their legacy tokens for their characters, and moving them over to the new server Serangus, right? And because they changed their idea and thoughts about what would be better for the future of vanilla WoW. And
Elysium was the name. Yeah.
And their ideals have landed more in line with the Blizzard thoughts behind it. So, I mean, it's just one of those things where, I mean, yeah, private servers to begin with are illegal. Like, there's no defending that. Preserving a game in the back. WoW's still happening. Now, if this were like, I don't even know a game that's, take any MMO that's no longer currently online. If this were that, then I could understand it, but WoW's still a thriving community. I understand that there's still diehard WoW vanilla fans, which I don't know why, honestly. I mean, I like vanilla, but I wasn't, like, in love with vanilla like some people are, because good God, it took forever to get anywhere in that game.
It's the nostalgia aspect of vanilla, which is why there's such diehards, because they think that WoW has evolved into crap, which I disagree. WoW has evolved. Any game, if they want to stay, they have to evolve.
Yeah. You can't stay the same game for years. It just doesn't work that way.
Right.
Why do you think League of Legends is slowly on the decline? It's because they're not changing as much. Like it's gonna be one of those things, and I'm not trying to take a shot at League of Legends players by any means. That's why Dota changed. Dota is trying to stay more relevant by changing. That's why Heroes of the Storm changes every year. I mean, only certain games have certain aspects to where they can like pretty much stay the same game, and that's shooters. Because what are you gonna change about shooters other than the Overwatch aspect of it or the hero brawler aspect of it, to where like they do different moves or do different things like that. If you're just talking about a normal shooter like Call of Duty, yeah, it's pretty much gonna stay the same game every year. Like,
But
there's not much
even
to
Call
innovate
of
there.
Duty changes slightly with each
Yeah.
little thing because you've got to change with your fan base. Like if you want to keep an online game will always evolve. Games that are not online, that are basic, standard games. Okay, yeah,
Mhm.
they'll stay the same.
But even then, even nowadays, new games that are player games strictly are changing. Like they, while they're in release with the adventation of DLC. I mean, this is just something that happens, people. Like it. That's why people. That's why sequels are so different from the original. I mean,
Yeah,
you can't keep the same game and re-releasing it. That causes a company to fail. That causes a game to fail. Why do we know this? It's happened in the past with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games in the past. They didn't change. They didn't innovate from alteration to alteration, so they flopped and they failed, and that's why like we didn't see them all through SNES as much as we did in NES. It's just something that happens. Like if you're gonna make the same game by the same people, it's not gonna do well.
yeah. Well, I mean Mario. Look at Mario has. There are so many games out there that have Mario in them that are not your basic, Mario Go Save Princess Peach game. And even the Mario Go Save Your Princess Peach games are still so different in each
But that's also
reinvention of it.
a different argument in a sense, because that is more of a, I don't see so much Mario as a standalone character as I see him as a company mascot.
Well, I
He's
mean,
become
yeah,
more of that nowadays, like kind of like how Sonic is Sega's company mascot and stuff of that nature.
but he's still. It's still the gameplay has changed, and I mean, it just it stuff evolves. It's just
Hmm.
always going to evolve, and
And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Anyway,
right.
we've gone way off the mark.
Yeah, so I found Elysium's still gonna try and do their own
Hmm.
server, but they're not going to have Nostralius's coding.
Code.
So oh my god. I think they just need
But
to stop. Just stop
also
trying.
keep in mind, like, I would, if I were, okay, let's say I were in the market to play on a private server, I would definitely not be subscribing to uh what did you call it? Elisarius?
Elysium.
Elysium. I would not be subscribing to Elysium just because of the sole fact that it's that server's known now. It's gonna flunk. Like it's gonna get shot down just the same way that Nostralis got shot down. I mean, Blizzard's wholly within their legal right to shut down a private server, no matter what your thought is on it. Like,
I thought it was so interesting that Nostralius was like, you know what, we're good. We're just gonna back out, and it had nothing
oh yeah,
to do with Blizzard going after them. They were just like, this is not going the way we wanted it to go. We would rather do it the way we talked to, the devs at Blizzard, the CEOs at Blizzard.
and you know what I think they saw, and the reason that they came around to that idea, they saw the design philosophy behind Blizzard, and they saw what it's like to, okay, I'm gonna hand over the reins to the game that I created, to the, like, not they didn't create the game by any means, but like they edited the code, they
Yeah,
they put a lot of time at work and effort into it, and they saw and they realized how, shit, I put a lot of work into that, and now somebody else is looking after it, and now somebody else is becoming famous for it.
yeah,
Yeah, and like, all this like taking acclaim and et cetera for it. Yeah, they started to see a little bit of like how Blizzard felt about another, like, somebody else using their data in a sense.
yeah, yeah. I mean, once you're on that other side of that aspect, you're like, oh, okay, I see from a business standpoint why this is not a good idea. But
yeah. Anyway, but moving on.
segues.
Nighthold's out. Nighthold is out. 7.2 is not out, so we don't have all our class mounts yet. We don't have all our extra stuff that's coming with 7.2. We just have Nighthold. I would imagine that 7.2 is going to come out with the Mythic Lock release of Nighthold. That's just my guess, or the LFR release of Nighthold, but I don't know.
Well, 7.1.5 just came out, so I think 7.2 is probably going to come out end of March.
I don't know. That would be far pushing it, especially since this was supposed to be the mainstay of 7.2. I don't know. It's going to be really weird. Blizzard's in WoW team is in a really weird position right now. But we'll have to see. I mean, right now we have half of 7.2 anyway, so.
True. Very true. But, yeah, I haven't had a chance. I was going to try and do it in LFR at some point this week or next week just to, see what it's like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You mean LFG, not LFR?
Yeah, whatever. Whatever.
Well, I don't want to put false information out there.
LFR, LFG, it's all the same. Looking for whatever it is that you need.
LFR is a standardized thing, though.
But yeah. That's about it for WoW for now.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm gonna let you head this one because I watched it, but I don't. I don't know.
So, Kaplan. I'm sorry, Jeff Kaplan is quickly becoming one of my favorite game designers and game devs. So he put out, he puts out the Overwatch dev updates, which I think is fantastic. I think it's great. And they're usually between 12 and 15 minutes long. And I just had I just got a message for breaking news for Overwatch. This was literally just posted 4 minutes ago. Overwatch is going to do a Chinese New Year seasonal event.
Huh. What? That's weird.
Yeah, I'll put it in the notes.
Is this official announced or is this just data mine?
It's a Polygon.
Oh, so data mine.
So it's probably data mined, but Blizzard didn't provide much in the way of detail on Overwatch's next event.
You put the link in the.
Oh no, it's legit. It's on Overwatch just tweeted it 32 minutes ago.
Oh, link me, please.
It's in. I put it in the at the bottom of the show notes.
I was looking in the Overwatch stuff. I was like, what? Where?
Holy crap, that's cool. So, breaking news, everybody. This just happened live. It's the year of the Rooster, which I guess is why you're getting a Rooster in Heroes for free. So Tuesday, January 24th, a few days ahead of the Chinese New Year. So May's going to get some... Oh, that's what Kaplan was alluding to. A couple of...
You tricksy bastard.
You little... Kaplan... I love you, Kaplan, so much. Because he was like, May's going to get some cool stuff, I promise.
I'm
Diva is
right now.
Also getting a skin. I'll watch the video after, but
it's 11 seconds. It's just dun 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 Chinese on a mandolin
That's cool. So it will also feature a gameplay mode, like Junkenstein's Revenge. So this is a legitimate big event. That's cool. That's so cool. Oh, that's exciting.
Diva's getting a skin and it looks amazing.
All right, I don't want to listen to the audio, but I will watch it. I like May's skin that they're giving. Like, that's freaking cool.
Yeah.
Holy crap, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. Cool. Thank you to Red19 who posted that to me. 'Cause she knew I was she knew we were streaming. So, that's cool. Jeff,
cannot wait.
I love it. I love it. I'm so excited that they're
comes-
doing more than just American holidays.
Me too. I love that. I knew that they were. I kind of felt like I knew that they were gonna do more than just American holidays based on the summer games. The summer games was the first thing they gave it away. It was like, oh, I think I see where they're going with this.
Well, I mean, we talked. What was it, like 2 podcasts ago? I think we were talking about that, and we were like, we really think that it would be cool to do a Chinese New Year. I remember because I think you said it. You're like, man, that would be cool if we had like Chinese New Year skins or something.
I'm not sure if I said Chinese New Year's, but I think I said some kind of holiday. I'm not sure. Like, I can't remember. I have a horrible memory, but
I remember we were talking about other holidays though in other countries. So that's cool. Breaking news. Yeah. Awesome.
I'm so glad that's happening. Honestly, that looks amazing. May has needed a real cool skin. Diva has needed a new cool skin.
Diva,
I hope that we.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! Can you imagine when we get Year of the Pig and it's gonna be Roadhog?
Oh God, that would be amazing. Oh man, the Diva skin. Oh, that's so cool because a friend of mine she's Korean and her daughter's half Korean, and her family sent her a dress that looks exactly like that for their almost 1-year-old daughter to wear.
Aww,
I love it. That is so awesome. So, okay, back to the dev update. Sorry for that distraction. That is super, super cool. Which it's on Twitter, so you can just look it up on Twitter. Mm-hmm. But Kaplan just has this. He has this way of just like, he's such a class act. Like when he comes on and like corrects people's like hater, like he just has this way.
He does it in the most nerdy way possible too. It's great.
It is so amazing. Like he puts the smackdown on haters in like the best way possible. I freaking love it. But
he definitely doesn't have the speaking voice of Metzen, but he does have the spirit of Metzen.
Yes. Yes. So, the dev update was basically him coming out explaining the PTR philosophy, because there have been a lot of complaints about about why Xbox and PS4 doesn't have a PTR. And the reason for that is because they have to go through a certification process on the consoles, because
let's be honest, that's obvious. They've done betas on beta releases on PS4 and Xbox. That's the best you're going to get. There's never going to be any game until the economy of console games changes and the authentication process changes. It's never gonna happen. You can't expect that kind of thing to happen.
Yeah.
That's too much to ask for. That's like asking you to release 8 different versions of this game across, like, it's ridiculous. You can't ask for that. That's
and they have more flexibility on PC because they own everything for the servers, whereas PS4, Xbox, they don't own that server on the PS4, Xbox. So it's, I mean, for those people who are complaining that you don't get PTR, well, dude, stop playing on a PS4 and go get a PC.
And also, if you're wanting, why are you wanting PTR? Even the people who have PTR don't want PTR.
I mean, I'm one of the people that do play PTR, but I play it so that I can kind of get a feel of how the changes are going to come, so that I can give feedback, because I'm a nerd and I like to do that stuff. But, you know, they would like to do PTR for PS4 and Xbox, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
It's just not.
And PTR is for balancing, and the best market to balance it in is PC, because you can change things on the fly on PC so easily.
And exactly. And the reason why they leave stuff on the sometimes they leave things on the PTR for so long, so that they can balance them and have them, as close to a simultaneous release across all platforms as possible.
And get a test case, a big test case.
Yes.
You have to have a big test case. Like, you can't just have, like, say 1,000 people try it and be like, okay, this is balanced and nobody's complained. Like,
right, exactly. Because one of the things he said in the video was they don't get as much of the positive feedback as they do the negative feedback. So when they're watching,
oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say there's two things that I want to see in PTR. I want to see an easy report system for glitches and stuff to that nature, and even attaboys like this feels right, etc., etc. This feels great. Like, I want to see like more of a tester interface for it, rather than just like this is exactly the same as live, but PTR. I want to see. I know that's a lot to ask for, and that's a lot to program in. Even if it looks like crap, I don't want it to look aesthetically pleasing. Just something that I can, if you want to give feedback on something, if you actually want to be a decent PTR person, then you could go ahead and do it. And it doesn't have to be something that interrupts the flow of the gameplay between game to game. I don't want that. Because there'll be people that'll complain about that. We already know about that. Even if they released it only for PTR, there would be people complaining if it were like, "How was your match? Rate it."
It like a button or something that you can click really quick to say, and put in, almost like the way they do the reporting system for when you have like a really toxic player or someone you suspect is a bot, where you can just...
Or how they do it in WoW. Like, how WoW has their own PTR bug report system. The alphas and betas have always done this. If you ever participated in the alpha and beta in WoW, you will see that one of the first things that you notice is that there is a bug report feature, and there is that's even in live, but it's more prominent in beta. Like, it's more in your face in beta, and you notice that it's there. You don't so much notice it in live, but it is there in live. And wow, all you had to do is go to help and go to bug report.
I think that would... I do think that would benefit the PTR a lot, to make it just a slightly easier to report those things that you need to, even if it is just the good stuff.
Even like in live, to have like a submit suggestion box. Say that you want to put an idea out there, but you don't want it necessarily like go to the forums, because I'm one of those people that hates forums of the living passion from hell.
No, you are not. I'm with you. Forums are awful. I mean, I get a lot of information on them, but God, trying to upload on a forum, it's just...
Or not even upload on a forum, but just reading a forum is like, oh my God, can you learn how to spell? Or like grammar, or... Like, if I can't understand what you're trying to communicate to me, I am not going to acknowledge it.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on the forum thing. It's forums are hit or miss for me. Yeah. So I'm with you on that. But they are trying to create incentives for players to hop on the PTR more often. Things such as, like, I mean, it's not an important thing, so it's not going to happen anytime soon. But hopefully in the future, like, here you get an extra loot box for playing in the PTR this week for so many, games.
Also, like, guys, don't be these people that hound Blizzard to do this. Like, that's not what this is about. The PTR is completely only to make the game better for you.
Yeah.
The PTR is not to, like, an incentive-based system. You should understand that going into it on any level. I mean, if you're a Blizzard player, if you played Blizzard games for years, you understand this already. WoW, you don't get anything for doing PTR beta alpha. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Like, you don't even get acknowledgement.
Yeah. I mean, and I get why... I get why they want to create incentives, just because it is a new game and they want to keep it going. And
yeah.
So, but Yeah, PTR is there for them to find out what works and what doesn't.
And the more you ask them to do this ridiculous system and force them to do ridiculous, eccentric stuff that we don't need in a game, the longer it's going to take for them to make characters, the longer it's going to take for them to get maps out, the longer it's going to take to get features and new like events and stuff out. I mean, they've got a tight schedule that they've planned in months in advance. That's why to this day we still haven't gotten a bag to replace our backpack in WoW.
That actually has to do with coding.
That's been like blown out of the water. Don't even.
But yeah, So they,
has troll face on over there.
they're considering doing incentives. It's not gonna happen anytime soon. They now for the changes, he did discuss some of the changes that are coming out in the PTR, which we actually discussed on the podcast last week. But he explained why, like, they're being deliberately slow with Sombra, because Sombra does have a bit of a learning curve, and they don't want her to be a straight up assassin. They want her to be, and he explained like how she's supposed to be played. They want her to be more behind the scenes, back, a person that she's played kind of like between, a support and an assassin kind of character. Like, she's not meant to be, up in your face killing everybody. So yeah. She's kind of defensive in that manner. If
you want to play Sombra well, the best thing that you can do is you're a backdoor. You want to go into the back. You want to hack all of their health packs that are readily available. Not just any health pack. Come on, people. But like health packs that that they're going to retreat for, stuff like that. Like the big health packs, stuff of that nature.
Well, you only get two health packs you can actually hack, which is a big health pack and then a small health pack.
Yeah, but the big ones are going to be like the ones that people retreat to the most, because especially if they're a tank. You also want to set your teleporter up in decent locations to where, one, people don't just run across it, because you will get shot the second you come out of your teleporter if you put it somewhere people will notice.
I put it next to a health pack on the opposite side, like on on the ally side, personally. But yeah, like that she's a backdoor character. She's meant to be that. She's not meant to get a bunch of play of the games. She's not going to be that character that gets a shload of play of the games, because she's not. I've seen.
She does have the best highlight intro I have ever seen. have you seen her highlight intro where she hacks into another person's highlight intro?
Oh no, I haven't.
We got trolled so hard by it. Like I didn't know it was a thing because I didn't really look into it. Like, I think I acknowledged it back when it first came out. I was like, oh, that's novel, But we were playing one match, and Sam, it came up and it said, Cavaro, play of the game. And she got all excited and happy, and then all of a sudden it glitched, and then Sombra hacked in, and it was Sombra's play of the game.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Wow, that's so cruel. That is so mean. But
it's so trolly. It's just like when the first time you see it, and you don't see it often because, like you said, Sombra never gets it.
And there's a lot of those characters that they're just not going to get play of the game, and it's because of the type of character that they play, and it's just the type of what they do for their character, and your goal, honest to God, should not be to get play of the game in Overwatch anyway. It's because it's not gonna be an accurate representation of exactly what wins the game anyway.
I mean, you get play of the game and not be the winning team.
Yeah. He also addresses why they're changing Diva again, because a lot of people are complaining about the Diva changes, which I think she needs to be changed a little bit. because she's too good at everything now, and they don't want her to be too good at everything.
She's too mobile. She's too defensive. Like, she can block her. Okay, my main complaint about her is how her shield rework made her completely overpowered.
Oh yes, yes. And I think that it was smart to change her, because now it's gone back to, it's mostly health pool and not as much armor.
Mm-hmm. And when you can only like shoot 6 shots or 4 shots and like before you have to reload, it's really annoying. Like,
yeah,
especially if you can eat all of your bullets. You're reloading. She fires for a little bit. You're done reloading. You start shooting again. She eats all of your bullets again.
Yeah. And that's the main thing that they addressed on her thing, because he was like, she's too defensive. And he's like, we love her mobility. We don't want to change her mobility because we like how she gets in there and she's an aggressive tank that way. But she is too defensive. She doesn't need that much armor. Mm-hmm. And she doesn't... and they adjusted her guns a little bit. I don't know that they needed to, but whatever.
They were a little strong on the strong side. I mean, they were just a little bit. Like, she could take out a tracer like nothing. She could take out like, she could rip through Reapers and Junkrats and stuff on her own real easily, as long as you were like decent with your shield. It was a little bit powerful. I mean, but I don't know.
They didn't do quite as drastic on her guns as they did for her armor versus health pool. And then he discussed the hook stuff with Roadhog. But, I mean, I think we all understand why they're changing the Roadhog hook situation, because of the fact that, he... I was playing Roadhog the other day, and I was trying to hook a diva, and she was barely hidden by the frickin' payload. Like, I could see her. I could see her head. I could see her legs. I just couldn't see part of her, like, where her guns were. That was it. That was the only thing covered. I couldn't hook her, which is stupid. I was like, that is why Roadhog's hook needs to be changed. I can see her. I should be able to hook her.
Well, the thing that also needs to be changed is when you can't see somebody, but you still can hook them.
Yeah.
That's really annoying. Being hooked around a corner. I would say, honestly, at that point where you could see her, but, like, it wouldn't be plausible for her hook to pull you around. I mean, his hook to pull you around a corner. I can see that being legit okay. But if like, you, like, go, like, there's certain points where they hover slightly over the ground, and it's got a gradient where it's, like, a little bit above where you can see under it and everything, and you can shoot under it.
Mm-hmm.
If you could throw a hook and then pull somebody under it, oh, good God.
I think, and what they're trying to change because the hook is going from the hook's point of view. It's not going from your point of view as Roadhog. So they're changing that. So if you can actually see them, you should be able to hook them. If you can't physically see them, you're not going to hook them.
Yeah.
And I think that's how it should be. But yeah, it's a really good video, and it's only like 13 minutes. And he basically lays a smackdown on all of the people complaining about the changes that's coming up. And it's like, no, these are why we're making these changes. And honestly, I think they're smart, the changes that they're making. And there's some Ana changes too, but they're not really worth talking about because it's not really. It's just
Ana
one.
shouldn't be able to solo a tank.
Yeah,
bang,
it's just...
bang, sleep, bang, 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 grenade, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, yeah. But he defends. He does a great job at defending why they make these changes without making you feel like an idiot. In my opinion, he's just like, this is what we do. This is how we do it.
Like, he's respectful, which is what you should be as a game developer and as a designer.
Exactly. I mean, he is quickly becoming one of my favorite game developers because of just how classy he is. Like, he is
Only
freaking-
if the players could be as classy, right?
Exactly. But yeah, that's it for that video.
Yeah.
And he has been announced. He is going to be the keynote present. He's going to be giving the keynote presentation at the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences DICE conference in Vegas. DICE stands for Design, Innovate, Communicate, Entertain. It's basically
I think he wholeheartedly deserves it, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. It's basically a conference for video game executives. So that's a pretty high, cool thing to say.
I get a what's it called? Discount on tickets for DICE.
Nice. Very nice.
Because I'm a annual member of the IGDA, which is the International Game Developers Association. Yay.
Nice.
But I'm not going. I can't afford to go this year.
Money. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool though to see him. But yeah, so if you're going to that, he's going to be I just thought that was a cool thing to note.
And it's not really a public conference to begin with. It's more of a developers conference for developers. It's DICE conference is more of like, if people don't know I'm just trying to explain what DICE is to people who might not know what DICE is. DICE is like the equivalent of being a teacher and going to a teacher's conference, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, you're going there to learn more about your profession, in a sense, or what the market's doing. It's less about this is the new and cool thing, and more about this is how we did what we did, and this is where we're going with it, and what we think would be an easier and interesting way of changing up the industry. It's just an industry trade show, as an industry trade show should be.
Yeah. It's a work conference is basically what it is.
Yeah. And that's what a lot of these video game conferences got hijacked back in the day, because E3 didn't start out as this is all the new games coming out. DICE is what took over what E3 used to be before E3 turned into let's just show new games.
Which I love that about E3. I think it's cool.
Oh, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. No, I'm not dissing it for that. I'm just saying that this is what DICE is and this is where it came from.
Yeah. But that's pretty much what's noteworthy this week in Overwatch.
Also, I think it's just to point out one more thing. The Switch was announced. We know what the Switch is going to be. Nintendo Switch. It looks really awesome. And I just, as a personal note, think it would be awesome if they ever put Overwatch on it.
Oh, that would be interesting. That would be very interesting.
Just think about being able to go to BlizzCon and just play Overwatch on your tablet. Essentially, it's a tablet, but I mean, you know what I mean. It's the Nintendo Switch.
That'd be kind of cool.
How awesome that would be.
I haven't looked at any of the Nintendo Switch stuff, but
Oh, definitely look at it. It's really cool. It does have its drawbacks, like that the fact that it only has a 32 gigabyte internal storage.
Oh God.
As opposed to you can put an SD card into it up to 2 terabytes, but it's like, if you don't know the difference between SD cards, transfer rates, and a normal hard drives standard transfer rates, it's really different.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. But that would be cool if they could go across all the platforms like that.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's all I had to talk about. I just wanted to bring that up real quick.
So what, you got anything coming up?
I'm gonna be raiding tonight. Hopefully we'll take down Gul'dan and I'll get to see that cinematic before it's spoiled for me. And yeah, I'm excited about that.
I am streaming Overwatch tomorrow at 9 a.m. For anyone who is interested, they can come hang out. And then I have a Girl Streamer podcast on Sunday, and we'll record the next Mind Games podcast this weekend at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I've got going on for the rest of my week.
I might stream a little bit of Kingdom Hearts 2.8 on Tuesday. because that's what's going to be releasing on Tuesday, and I've been excited about 2.8 for a while now.
Oh, cool.
And I mean, I'm definitely going to be taking part in the Overwatch event. That's what I wanted to say earlier. It really annoys me that it's coming out on the 23rd, because that's when 2.8 comes out. So I'm going to have to finish 0.2, a fragmentary passage, and then jump into the Overwatch event with Sam and Josh and everything.
That'll be exciting. I will definitely be partaking in the Overwatch event next week. So, and that's like, I love how these special events, like, you don't find out until, like, it's less than a week away for the Overwatch event. It's like, what?
Yeah. Well, think about the summer event.
I know.
Dropped.
I know. I love it. I really love how they're doing this. I really do.
It was like, oh shit. Anyway, this has been the Omnic Fallout podcast for Overwatch. And I forgot to give you the key because I am special. I am on a roll today.
Oh, you're good. Keep going.
This has been the Omnic Fallout, an Overwatch podcast, and sometimes other Blizzard games. If you have any questions, please feel free to email us at theomnicfallout@gmail.com. You can follow UniEdge on Twitter @Zov. You can follow Nifador, which would probably be better because she keeps up with her Twitter, and I never keep up with mine, @GamerNifadora.
This is a live podcast. You can find us on Twitch at twitch.tv/theomnicfallout and on Twitter @theomnicfallout. You can donate to us by going to our Twitch channel and clicking on the links. Clicking on all the links. All donations go towards podcast, including sending UniEdge and myself to BlizzCon and other gaming conventions. Thanks for joining, and don't forget to give us a 5-star review because we're awesome. See you guys next week. Same time, same place.
Have a good one, y'all.